Okay, we're going to do a rigid supply line. So the first thing we want to do is hang the supply line down, and we want to measure from the center of the angle stop to the center of the shutoff. So I always burn an inch, so we got exactly 3 inches is what I'm seeing right there from one. So 2 inches. I'm going to use this longer one. Make sure it's straight first. I'm going to put it in my bender. I'm going to open it like this, and there's a quarter, an odd size, I think it's 5/16 and then 3/8. So we're going to go like this. We bring it all the way to the acorn, this piece here. We line up the zeros, and I'm going to do a 45 degrees, so 0 to 45. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can flip it around, and you can just use your measuring tape, and you can measure from the center to where you're going to bend it. So you get it in the bender, and you measure to the mark. So from center to the mark, like this, basically from the center to 2 inches. Now, I don't like doing it that way because it doesn't feel accurate to me. So I lay it on the ground, and I go like this to the center, and then I go 3 inches, and you can make a light mark. You can even use another straight edge, and you can make a mark just for reference, and you know that that very tip of the mark is where you were heading for, and you put it in your bender, and then you line up the mark with the 45 degree bend. For my bender, it's this little line right there. So line up the zeros, line up the mark, and it's a faint mark for me. Look at the bender down the middle, make sure this is somewhat straight, pretty darn straight. And then you take the 0 to 45 again. And then, of course, you can, the only reason I got the longer one is because by the time I made the bend, it wasn't gonna be enough pipe potentially. So now I can take a measurement, and I know that I need it to be at least 10 3/4. So that might even be a little too long, so I'll make it 11, and I'll cut it one more time because these things are expensive. But this allows me to put it up under the toilet and swing it over so I can make sure. And before I ream it, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm not gonna ream it yet. Put it up here, swing it over like that. Put my thumb at the very bottom. See, it's touching there at the fill valve, and at the very bottom here, I'm putting my thumb at the bottom threads. So I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna cut that off. Right there. There we go. Tighten that up. Just snug, and then cut that off. And then we'll just check, see if we have to cut any more. The reason I rather cut a few times is because, like I said before, these are expensive. Go into the 3/8 side first, and then swing it over. And we can see we have enough pipe in there to catch and have a nice seal. So that's perfect. All right, okay. Let's get a rag here. Okay, clean everything up here. Floor's all wiped up here. Okay. There's the dye test. Dye test, water level. Just below, about a 1/2 inch. Overflow, anti-siphon, new trip lever. Rigid supply line there. We're doing a dye test. We'll shine a light in between the tank. Make sure we don't see any little drips of dye. Let's see if I can get the flashlight. Here it is. There we go. Make sure we don't see any dye down there. Okay. Good, looking good. Dye there. Dye there. Looks good. drips. That's just pipe dope. I put a little bit of pipe dope on my ferrules to make sure. Let me just make sure. No water. No water. That looks good. Angle stop was already a quarter turn, so we left that alone. No water showing up at the base of the toilet when flushing, so I think the wax seal's good. Did a rebuild on a 10-year-old toilet because the trapway was still looking good.